not getting no job. If you go get a job, they're gonna take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job. They're gonna count your income against my Section 8 and my link card. You're not working. No. So I don't care what you gotta say. I don't care how you feel. You're not working. You're not going to get a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing none of that shit.
But Ma, I'm saying how I'm supposed to be successful in life, Ma. So you basically telling me I gotta be broke to be successful. I gotta be broke so I can get Section 8.
You gotta be broke so the government can help you.
So the government can help me. So you telling me I can't work no job, bro? Like that's like all my friends got jobs and live in nice houses. So you telling me I got to go through the same thing you went through?
If you don't do any of that, they're going to take my Section 8.
How?
And
Won't they be like? Won't they be?
You can go get yours at ease. You can go get a nice house.
No, they will look at that and be like, he's doing something and give me a bigger house, Ma. That's what you told me.
Where I'm gonna go? I don't have no job.
I can get off your Section 8 and apply for my own Section 8.
Okay, but if you do that, you're gonna have to go the hard way. It's gonna take long.
So what? That's what I'm saying.
Wait a few months, get on Section 8, find you a nice apartment, go get you a link card. You will be fine. You don't have to sit up and work. You don't have to work no job. The government not getting no job. If you go get a job, they're gonna take my Section 8. Then you won't be able to get no Section 8. You're not going to get no job.
Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kahakudash, with the honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who I learned from, Shalom, to the whole for elect, Christian's word, truth and sincerity, and to you ribs, you just out there in silence and stay in order. I say to you all, Shalom. Man. This is just a glimpse as to how the mental state that our people are in, where, they want to be pampered by the government and taken care of. They don't want to work. Right, but this is prophesied to happen. Right, that we will go to our enemies in one of all days, right? But our people have gotten complacent, right? They gotten really, really comfortable. This is just another form of Esau keeping you in a certain box where all you do is trust in him and you will never raise to the ranks. Back in the day, they had Black Wall Street. They learned from that if you give opportunities to Jake, they will eventually rise out of it. But we are under the curse of it. We can't escape them. Right, in Genesis 49, where it talks about Judah being a lion's whelp and an old lion, who shall rise him up? Right, Judah's not going to be able to get himself out until the Lord comes and gets him out. That's why, Black Wall Street didn't succeed. That's why Malcolm X couldn't uplift the people. That's why Martin Luther King couldn't provide freedom, right? Because that's all of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now our people were docile to put back to sleep into a deeper sleep by being lullabied with gifts, right? Because the gift does destroy the heart. But it's gonna come a time where, Jake is gonna get separated from that nipple. Right? There's gonna be a cutoff. They're already talking about, addressing the 14th Amendment, where they want to get rid of, so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. And that's what we headed to, man. Isaiah 30, Anthony talks about how woe to him that go to Egypt for help and trust in horses, man. Right? You fully trust that this government's gonna take care of you forever, man. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Right? That's why the scriptures say, use the world, don't abuse it. A lot of people taking full advantage, man, to your downfall, because you're gonna get hit by surprise, man. You're not gonna be ready. Jacob's trouble is right around the corner. There's so much going on, man. And this woman here, all she thinks about is her own Section 8. Not worried about that, her son wants to get a job and, provide for himself, right? Because he doesn't want to live under his mommy's roof. Right? It's nothing wrong, if you're helping your mom and working and stuff like that. But don't let your mother, dictate you taking care of yourself, man. You're taking care of business, right? The scriptures say that money is a defense. A lot of our people don't know how to manage money. Our people don't know how to save. Our people don't know how to cut, because you want to get that new bag. You want to get that Gucci belt, right, for status, man. Our people are destroyed from lack of knowledge. Right? What sense does it make, right? You got a Gucci belt with a bus pass. Priorities, man. I saw this video, man, and it kind of got me like feeling some type of way, because I know my family definitely a lot of my family members have food stamps and rely on the government and never worked. Our people claiming they got health reason, and the really health reason really just goes down to like the curses and demons, right? I got cousins, aunts on Social Security with so-called depression, right? That's how they get in, and they get like $900 a month. I think that's going to be good for the rest of their life, man. Now, we live in Massachusetts, where the rent is really high. Right? You're just surviving, man. Not even surviving. You're being taken care of. You're just making. What are you going to do? Let's say that Trump took away your resources, because I know a lot of the people who get these benefits, they get nervous, man. When Trump hits the office, they automatically look in to see if he's going to shut off their food stamps. Yeah, but what are you going to do about it? Right? What are you going to do for yourself, for your family, just in case? We all know that the Lord's going to provide, right? But you can't like not do nothing just because you're just gonna put it all on the Lord, man. You gotta do something for yourself. So like, you gotta get a job, man. It's really not that hard. You'll make more money at McDonald's, right? Because they're paying what? Like out here in Massachusetts, they're paying like $16 an hour. Find out what 16 times 40 is. Let me calculate this. What is 16 times 40?
That would be $640.
$640 a week, right? After taxes, you you gotta probably get like $550. That's $2,200 a month compared to your little $900 you get from the government. Right, granted that you might have to pay rent, right? Let's say $1,100, you find yourself a little studio. Right, but you don't gotta rely on the government at that point. If they would decide to take all that away from you, right? Because you're gonna be forced to. But you have no skills, right? You have no real skills that's gonna help you, do for yourself. You're gonna be complacent. You're not gonna be comfortability will be gone. You'll be looking for ways to quit your job because you don't like it there, because you don't like how Nancy spoke to you.